Limit Break 2017, and we are so happy to have raised $110,036. We get a huge round of applause from everybody from this. Fantastic, outstanding. You can just hear the crowd here. Everyone's so excited to be here. We want to sincerely thank you at home for raising money. It's such an amazing cause, and it's just been so phenomenal to be able to work with NAMI and make this happen. So first off, we want to celebrate and just thank everyone for being here. Staff, all volunteers, anybody who did a run. It's just been a fantastic experience. We genuinely thank everybody for making this happen. So please give a round of applause to yourselves just for being here. So we absolutely want to highlight how proud we are to be able to work with NAMI. They've been such a fantastic asset. Throughout this entire week, they gave us food, they gave us basically shelter, and just were really, really nice about making sure that this event could just go smoothly. So it's been incredible to work with them. We're extremely happy to have done this for 3 years. And it's just, $110,000 is just incredible. So definitely, it's been a pleasure working with them. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have our staff members speak about basically their reflections about the event. So first up, we have Puixel, who is the main organizer for RPG Limit Break 2017. So before he speaks, just please give him a round of applause for being the main guy who made this whole thing happen. We're good.
Well, thanks, Tonic. Well, people call me the head organizer, but if it weren't for my fellow staff members and everybody else that contributed to this marathon in any way, we wouldn't be here, having just crossed into 6 digits for our fundraising total for the event. So just wanted to thank a number of other people. I'd like to thank Rob and Emily from NAMI for being fantastic partners for 3 years straight. I'd like to thank Carrie Fry, Jazzaboo, and Mega Weasel, who are some community artists that made some pretty big contributions to our event, like our logos, banners, subscriber emotes, and attendance badges. I'd like to thank the organizers for our language restreams. We went from having 1 official restream last year to 3 this year in French, German, and Japanese. And I'd like to thank Gyu, the Germensch organizers, and Kane Naka in particular for organizing the restreams. I'd like to thank Sinister One and the other staff at Twitch TV who helped promote our event and support us in various ways. I'd like to thank Cool Maddie and the staff of Games Done Quick for giving us a lot of advice and other support during the planning for the marathon, along with helping promote it too through channel hosting and some other things like the Secret of Mana race they let us hold on their channel a few weeks ago. I'd like to thank our layout designers, Orlin and Namix. This marathon had some really, really nice looking stream layouts, and those 2 gentlemen in particular deserve the thanks for that. The layouts had some really nice looking animations too. I would like to thank Chris Hannell and Alex Van Camp for doing the original design on those and then open sourcing the code that we were able to use. I'd like to thank lag.com, who maintains the RPGLimitBreak.com website. I'd like to thank Corin Dan, who managed our YouTube channel during the event. Like, one notable improvement this year over the last 2 events is that we had VODs going up on YouTube during the event instead of after I got home and slept for a long time. And we'd like to thank Corn Dan for that. We'd like to thank Glenn and the Yeti for doing another shirt sale on ours and Nami's behalf. I think the last time I checked, they donated over $6,000 worth of shirt proceeds, which is a lot of money for a very good cause. I'd like to thank the staff of the University Guest House and Conference Center, where our events been held the past 2 years. Let's see. I'd like to thank the interview crew, which was another very welcome new addition to the event this year. Tonic here, along with Spike Vegeta, Ghoul02, Jay Hobbs, and Freddie. Let's see. Like Tonic said, everybody that came here too, whether you were a runner, commentator, volunteer, or just here to support the community. We went from having about 95 on-site attendees last year to about 175 this year, and you're making us have to keep looking for venues that can fit more people, which is a really, really awesome problem to have. I'd like to thank all of our prize donors. We had some really awesome prizes this year, and let's see. And I guess that's pretty much it, aside from just all of my fellow staffers in general, and also DJ Tifa Hard, who wasn't able to make it in person to the event this year. And Driscoll Ladd as well. Sorry, Lauren. So, and with that, I guess I will pass it to Brosentia here to give some thanks of his own.
Sounds good. Well, this was great. This was a good marathon. No, seriously, though. Seriously, this was an absolute blast. And honestly, we do have a lot of people to thank here. Hotel staff for setting the rooms up here. It was nice and beautiful, and they kept things going pretty well for us. And we wouldn't be able to have this space without the work that they've done. Thank you very much for that. I'd also like to thank the Twitter crew. They've been working pretty much round the clock, making sure that you get all the delicious puns that you can see on stream. Yeah, see, I told you. Yeah. It was good stuff. Honestly, though, they've done a lot to bring in the excitement, and I just love to see the interaction that's happening online as well as here. It's a way to hopefully help get you engaged and feeling like a part of the stream, and honestly, we couldn't do it without you, Twitter people. Also, thank you, Chat Mod. C. Benny was the head chat mod this year, and we had many in there. Thank you for keeping things calm, even though, I don't know, RPG crews don't really get too intense in chats, but still, occasionally, we had people timed out like Kirby Master. And so thank you for keeping the peace. And also, I want to thank everybody here on site as well who has offered help. They're just way too many people who I could thank personally, and I don't want to leave anybody out. Thank you all, both on site and off, for making this event excellent. To someone else.
Pass it to the esteemed Mr. Villagen next.
All right. I'm going to try to keep this brief-ish. Aside from the people who Poexel already thanked that kind of were involved in tech stuff, I really want to give a huge shout-out to all of the setup volunteers, everybody who agreed to come when we kind of had to change our schedule last minute for this event. I was really worried that we weren't going to be able to set up all this, that you can't even see necessarily all of it on the camera, but all this crazy stuff in one day. And I received incredible amounts of help from so many people. I particularly want to thank Heroic Spirit Gamer, Rizliu, who I don't even know if he's still here, and Ashen Prime, who I have been calling by first name all week, so I barely even remember your screen name. I said actual. What is that? It's anyway, whatever. Your actual internet name. Everybody helped a ton, including Stinger PA, of course, who's another staff member of ours. But these three in particular, did an incredible job just helping us get all this madness sorted out. We were able to do the 4-way race with Mystic Quest and the 3-way ridiculous group of people Earthbound race, and it was no problem whatsoever. And compared to the last time we did a 4-way race, when the setup was literally over an hour, this was an improvement. So thank you guys so much for the huge amount of help that you provide for that, and also the huge amount of help that you are going to provide tonight, because we need to be out of this building by 2 a.m. So aside from that, I really want to emphasize the thanks to Cool Maddie, Matt Merkel of Games Done Quick, as well as Gyre of Games Done Quick for huge amounts of advice and assistance getting the tech setup going for this. And they've been doing that for the past 3 years, and they continue to do so. They're all awesome. I also want to thank Orlan specifically with the layouts. He actually did some work for us on site at the last possible instant. We were like, hey, can we have like a nice little screen to show like a countdown to the stream starting? And he did that in like 15 minutes. And it looked good. So hey, like no complaints whatsoever. Finally, I really want to thank personally my roommate, Chris Bailey, who also has been watching and donating to the marathon. We had to go through some insane shenanigans for me to even get a rental car, to be able to fit all the crap into it, to be able to bring it here from SoCal. And he was just incredibly helpful, above and beyond what could even have been expected. So thank you so very much for your help. And of course, last thing, all the international attendees, of whom there are so many for this event, that I'm just shocked, including right here on the couch, we have Liz Belheim from Spain. We also have Hoishin from Japan. We have Critical Sid over there from the Netherlands. We have so many people all over the place in this room. I know Yagamat's in here. I can't even think of all the other ones, but so many people who've come from, that one, Bowie, the guy with the cool voice. And that one, Almagus from Germany. Point out some more. That one, Sarah from the UK. Beautiful. All you people are awesome, and we're so thankful that you all came out to help make this event what it is. That's all I've got. Let's hand it off to the next person.
All right. Is this on? Yeah. Okay. I just can't hear myself. I want to thank all those who came to my house to help load TVs out of my crawl space where you have to bend over. You can't even stand up straight. So thank you to everyone who came, both to get TVs out and then to put them back. That way we were able to have a lot of TVs here for the practice room. And then I just want to say, being here and supporting NAMI has really made me think about just how much, I don't know, I'm not a very good public speaker, but I've struggled with mental illness myself, and not a whole lot of people know that. It's a lot harder to talk about than it is, like, I'll talk about my pregnancies and having kidney stones and all those things, but then the struggles I have with, having anxiety attacks or just depression is a lot harder to talk about. And so, it's kind of helping me to think about that, and I want to be more open about it, to kind of inspire others to talk about it too, and to try and take away that stigma from mental illness. And so, I just want everyone to try and keep that in mind. Thanks.
Hey everyone, LK47 here. First off, I just want to say, going right back on what Essentia said, that I've also struggled with depression and anxiety in my life, and a great deal of shame and denial, and that's the stigma speaking. That's what we're trying to fight here, as much as anything that we do to get people help, is to allow them to help themselves. And it took me a long time to really get to the point where I was able to do that. Joining the speedrunning community helped a lot. It was something that I didn't know if I could do. I didn't know if it would be worth doing. But I did it, and it's one of the best choices I've ever made in my life, because I've made so many excellent friends who are here to support me, and I've learned a lot as well about myself, about the way you should approach life. So it's one thing to say you owe a debt to people, but I want to be here for you, all of you, for this event, for future events, as a friend, as an organizer, just to try to repay that, because it took me a long time, like I said, to really get back on my feet after a very deep period of depression. But I'm doing that now. I'm going. I've got my life in gear again. And this had a lot to do with that. So thank you all for that. As a more practical matter, I'd like to thank all the other people on the organizing committee for not only being very helpful, but for being just really cool people. It's a joy to work with you, and I hope to do this well into the future. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Stinger PA, and first thing, I would really like to thank the rest of the staff for all the support they gave this year. And this is my first year on staff, and I felt like everybody here who was already here before me just had a great understanding of everything that was going on, and they were a resource I could turn to at any point. And especially when putting all the volunteer schedules together, Alec especially was helpful in getting all the volunteering in order. And then here, we could not have done all of what we've done without the volunteer staff that we had, whether it was sitting at the tech computer, doing all of the hosting, or our donation staff over in the other corner. We couldn't do it without them. So I really want to thank what they've done to step up and take other people's shifts if they needed to take over something else. Yeah. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. Thank you, Stinger.
Keep it away from me this far? That might be a good idea. That's why I was like, do you really want to put a mic this close to my face? Keep going. Closer. No. I just want to say it's been a blast. I want to thank the staff for putting together another awesome event. Thank all of you. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, I know it's up there, but I'm addressing the people. I can't go like this, and then it just looks weird. But it's been a privilege to meet so many of you, to shake your hand, to get to know you for the first time. A lot of first-time people that are new here that, you know, kind of all had that same feeling. Oh no, am I gonna, you know, how is this gonna go? And just really getting into it and having a blast. That's what this is all about. You know, being able to do something amazing with your life for other people. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you that came here, even if it was for a couple of days. You know, this is truly an awesome room to be in amongst amazing people, amazing friends from all over the world. And again, thank you to the staff for allowing me to be on this, because Lord knows I haven't done anything important.
Hey, you're awake for the finale this year.
I do want to give one special shout out to Bob the Ninja Goldfish, only because he has spent so much time making sure I've just been getting sleep, you know, imparting wisdom. You know, he's been through a number of things himself, and he's just like, he'd come to me and say, hey, how you doing? You know, what's going on? And that's just kind of the embodiment of Bob in general, and that's something that I see in each and every one of you. If you're not sure if that is you, believe me, there's a little bit of Bob in everybody. And I'm not talking the British side, okay? But I'm talking that kind, compassionate spirit that wants to do something amazing and wants to help and wants to sit there and not let, you know, the stigma of mental illness be that. Be stigma-free. So, again, thanks to each and every one of you. Thanks to everyone that donated. Thanks to everyone in chat that just stuck, you know, that stayed in and had a blast. And I hope to see you all again next year as friends, as participants, and hopefully we can go on some more adventures together. Thank you.
Thank you, Meta. Can we have one final round of applause for our staff that put this together? It's been fantastic working with them.
And there are actually 2 more staff badges out there that deserve
right.
some thanks, too. There's Essentia's husband, Denton, or as nobody knows him, Yellowbug, who did a lot of behind-the-scenes work with like venue-related stuff here, and fixed some of the legs on our awesome new couch for the marathon, too, which, yes. Yes, and he brought the Swedish fish, too. And then I'd also like to thank El Magus and the other 2 members of the game selection committee, too, who are to thank/blame for the games you got to watch the past week. And I guess with that, before Vulcan unplugs something you shouldn't over there, we should we can have some more attendees share some thoughts about the event.
Yeah, absolutely. So a bunch of people have signed up to give their thoughts through the closing marathon. So I'm going to rattle them off one by one. So we've got Mike Oyama up first.
No pressure, Mike.
Yes, I am one of the recently deceased has come back to life. But that's not all I want to say. We've shared a lot of good experiences here, and I know we support 2 great causes at GDQs, but it's good to see another marathon supporting a great cause like NAMI. Sometimes we all experience some, frustration or just mental illness in our life, or know someone who has that, and it's really important that we show them support, because there is a big stigma, stigma-free, about, talking about mental illness, when sometimes we just really need to be honest about it with one another. I mean, I know that when I was really sick, just any mention of marathon or GDQ would just set me off in a wave of anxiety. So I'm really glad this cause exists. And I just want to say that overall, I'm really happy this marathon exists, because I will be the first to admit that RPGs at GDQs are some of the most limited genres in terms of our selection, because they're long, they're very dependent on popularity and nostalgia and donation incentives. So more so than any other, it's nice to see they get proper representation, and some of the RPGs you wouldn't normally see at a marathon like GDQ get some love at this marathon.
Great. Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, we have Rizu-kun up next.
Hi, my name is Risa-kun. A lot of you probably don't know me because I don't speedrun anything, but not yet. But my struggle with mental illness began over 10 years ago when I was in high school, and I spent a very, very long time thinking there was something significantly wrong with me, that I was broken, that I was damaged, that my brain was not working the way it was supposed to. And over the years, I've come to understand that these are legitimate struggles and they are difficult to overcome, but they can be overcome. It takes an extraordinary amount of work, a lot of dedication, and you don't always win the battles. Sometimes the depression, the anxiety, the bipolar, the ADD, sometimes they do win, but they don't win forever. And if you're out there and you're suffering from a mental illness and you don't think that you're deserving of help, you are wrong. You are absolutely 100%, cannot be more sure of anything in my life, deserving of getting the help you need. Please don't be ashamed. Find a way, find a community, reach out, get the help that you need, because you deserve it and you deserve a happy life.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, next we have Takaze is going to speak for us.
Okay. Hi, I'm Takaze. So, like many people here probably, I've struggled with a few issues with depression, but I want to give 2 quick thanks. One, my girlfriend Heather, and the speedrunning community really got me out of that. For a long time, I just didn't get I didn't have anybody to talk to about it. So if I did so much sooner, I could have saved myself a lot of trouble and anguish. And specifically, RPG Limit Break, I mentioned during my Child of Light run, which happened to be on Mother's Day. My mother had a period of depression, which she struggled with for a while, and she specifically went to get help from NAMI. So I just want to remind people, I mean, this is what we're supporting. Think think about someone you know, someone you love, your mother, family member, your friends. If they're going through some trouble with mental illness, this is the cause we're supporting. We're supporting a great organization that has personally affected me, and I just want.
Doing great, doing great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Takaze.
Thanks, Takazi.
So we have Bob up next. I'm just gonna say a few words.
I've
He's got
my
his own mic. What does he need this thing for?
Yeah, I've got my own.
For now.
Yeah, for now. So about 365 days ago, I sat about 150 feet from here and broke into tears in front of you and spoke about a lot of issues that not a lot of people knew I had. And if I'm quite frank, now that I'm walking with one of these, the last 6 months or so haven't exactly gotten better. But what has gotten better is the stuff I talked about last year. I'm living proof that this stuff works. Less than 8 months ago, having left here, determined to do better as who I am, I took a moment, and I picked up a phone, and I called someone. And that person has been helping me through changes in my mental times and now through the physical changes I'm going through. I really can't underline how much the therapist that I was assigned and introduced to, it's not the easiest thing to find the right person to talk to. You may not even find the right therapist the first time, but don't give up. The other thing I want to say is, I'm not sure I made this clear enough last year, but I owe my life to the speedrunning community. There are members of the community, many of whom who are on staff at this event, who, while I was going through a very dark period of my time, they would tweet at me and make sure I was okay, or anytime they'd see me in a Twitch chat, they'd be sure to ask how I was doing, or just being there. If you've not donated this marathon or whatever, don't feel bad. There's always something you can do. Sure, you may not be able to support RPG Limit Break, but you can volunteer with NAMI. You can reach out to them and say, hey, I want to help. Or any other mental health. And it's so important. So I want to say thank you to literally everybody in this room. I've said to you, many of you this week, this is the first week since I've been out of hospital that I've felt disabled. But every single one of you has made me realize that it doesn't matter. And I want to give a very special shout out to @Bonnie_CJF on Twitter. If any of you follow me on Twitter, which you probably shouldn't because I'm really boring, and I just tweet about wrestling all the time. You'll see that I've been retweeting little doodles that she's been drawing of me, and there have been times this week that I've just wanted to crawl up into a ball, take a lot of painkillers, and not get out of bed for a couple of days. And it's the stuff that she's been doing that's making me smile, and the stuff the guys here have been doing. And seriously, to each and every person in this room, even if I've spoken to you for no more than 3 or 4 seconds this week, Thank you all so much. You don't know how much this means.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. So next up, we have Ghost King is going to speak with us. Ghost King. Ghost King.
Paging Ghost King.
He's going, don't worry.
Of course, a little short. Hi, so you might know me as Ghost King. I'll kind of keep this a little bit brief. I just want to say thank you to everyone here, a lot of people in this community. In the last year and a half, some people I can legitimately call some really close friends, and it means a lot to me. And there's another person I want to actually briefly mention, a good friend of mine in the community and a good friend of many of the people here. Is a man by the name of Devin, also known as the Wandering Mind. He wanted to make it out here this year, and for many reasons he wasn't able to make it out this year. He spoke last year, and I just kind of wanted to sort of reiterate some of the things that he said. So he'd gone through his own battles with mental illness and actually sought out the help of the organization NAMI in dealing with his struggles. And he's told me many times of just how much this community means to him, but also how much that help was able to get him through some really hard times. And for those of you watching, and so not in his time zone because the next day has passed, but today is actually his birthday, so I want everyone to wish him a happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And again, thank you to everyone here. Thanks to the staff for again taking one of my taking one of my speed games, but also just I would have come here anyways because this is just such a wonderful event. And thank you.
Cool. Thank you, Ghost King. We'll have Hobbs speak next.
What up? I have like 4 simple, quick shout-outs. One to the RPG Limit Break staff for having more than 2 HD TVs this year. So that way we could crash 4 PS4s simultaneously. So that was pretty fun. But it was 4 PS4s and a GameCube. We'll get to that later. The second shout out was actually to Poexel here for still having the best reaction to any cutscene glitch 2 years running now that I've ever seen because he has the best laugh ever when it's the middle of the night and he's just sitting in the back laughing like crazy. Fantastic. My third was to the FF12 crew for keeping me up while I was kind of digging myself into a sickness grave all night for that run hosting. So thank you all for being hilarious and doing good runs and all that, and it was fantastic. And my last and definitely the most important one is for everyone who was helping me when I woke up on Thursday with one foot in that sickness grave and offering to come cover my hosting shifts or help with commentary or any of that kind of stuff because I was so out of it. I think I had like 20 people say, oh, I'll take your 4.5-hour shift during FF9 to just help you rest your voice and everything. And of course, Bob won because he was the most aggressive about it. Yeah. Yep, using that cane as a weapon. So thank you all. This amazing event with a great community, and here's the next year.
Cool, thank you.
Thanks, Hobbs.
Hey, so I've been going to these events for about 5 years now, and I've met a that I otherwise would not have met had I not joined this community all those years ago. But something a lot of people don't know about me is that I have struggled with anxiety since a very young age. And it made it really difficult when I was young to make friends and to just talk to people in general. And I come to these events and I feel like I'm at home. I feel like I have such an amazing group of friends that I'm just very thankful for everybody that I get to see whenever I come here. It's always just such an amazing time. even if I do have some difficulty walking up and just saying hi sometimes. It's just, I just want to, again, thank everybody for making these events awesome.
Thank you, Dragon Dog.
Thanks.
Lisa?
Hi, everyone. I can't believe I'm going to talk about stuff on the internet where people can see my face. But if we don't talk about it, stigma's not going to go away. So as some of you know, I had a baby last year. Shout out to Gerald Pigman. And I couldn't make it to Limit Break because I had a newborn baby. So here I was at home watching everyone raise money for this great cause. I was donating my own money to do this great cause. And even in 2015, I read Ultros as a Valley Girl to raise money for this cause. Octopus royalty. But here I was in need of help. For the past year, I've been struggling with postpartum depression and anxiety, and I wasn't getting the help I needed, so I felt kind of hypocritical. I couldn't make the phone call myself, and I had to ask someone to do it. So like resources are great, offering, if you need me, come to me. Sometimes people need specifics. So I just want to suggest maybe saying yes, asking yes/no questions like, do you need me to make a phone call for you? Do you want a ride to your appointment? Do you want me to go in with you? Because if you're just gonna make blanket statements, the people aren't gonna come asking for help. So thank you for this event, and hopefully I'll see you all next year. So thank you.
Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay, we have one more speaker. We have Cosmic the Dolphin.
So if you haven't picked up on them telling me stuff already here on how to not injure myself, I have gotten quite a reputation of doing that recently. But I just wanted to say, first off, there were so many people here that helped me to get here and helped remind me, hey, you should submit, you should get here. Because I'm originally from the United States, but I came from a South American country to get here myself. And that trip was not easy, and it was not fun. And I had some interesting problems getting here. And even whenever I got here, I had some interesting problems with baggage that just some amazing people were helping me get through just that and keep calm and keep ready for what I had scheduled to help with. And I've received a lot of help just getting here to stay calm. And I wanted to thank everybody that is in here for all that you've done to personally for me to make sure that I got here. Also, I just wanted to say there are so many people that are probably thinking, but I didn't do that much compared to what you guys have done. Even if you were just staying in the chat and watching the marathon, that was a massive support. If you sent any messages out to tell people, hey, you should be watching this marathon, they're doing some impressive things, you helped a ton. So thank you so much for any type of support that you could do to make this event possible, make it a great watch, make it enjoyable by every standard possible. And I just, again, wanted to thank how amazing the people here are, and especially making me feel comfortable and natural after having been away from the U.S. and speedrunning marathons in general for a pretty long time for myself. We'll see. I hope so. Yeah. Yeah. I will do my so for the record, before there was a marathon that I was supposed to be doing in November or December where I broke my, it was October, yeah, it was October. Aussie is here reminding me that I broke my arm in multiple places and threw my elbow out of socket. So the first thing that happened whenever I got here was somebody handed me a massive amount of bubble wrap just to So that's just the amazing camaraderie that we have here, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great. So definitely everybody who just shared their story, we very much appreciate you sharing your story with us. But we want to end on a high note, and this is absolutely a celebration. Can we have one more round of applause for everyone at home who donated $110,000, 366. Outstanding. So before we go, we have a singing incentive that we have to fulfill. So we're going to go through the credits.
Before we do that, though, one thing I do like to ask at the end of one of these events, how many people are here at a charity speedrun marathon for the first time? Wow. Let's give all of them a round of applause, too. And like Tonic said, I think it's time to stop talking and start singing.
Actually, this has been waiting here since right before the final boss. I have a $1 donation from Bajurn, who says, mash, mash, mash to the start of the song. And I said I'd read it out, so it's the start of the song. I assume you've been mashing this whole time? Real hard.
Real hard, he says. I think with that, we're going to cue the Final Fantasy IX credits. Yeah, I got it.
By the way, it's actually Leslo's birthday, so we're not going to sing happy birthday to him because that's dumb. We can sing this. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, man.
Thank
Yes.
you.
You getting the lyrics up? Romix. The lyrics, man.
How close are we?
Well, okay, so we actually get to see the new version of the play from the beginning. It takes place a long time ago. Oh, you just wait. This version of the play actually has an epic conclusion, by the way. What do you want?
Sweet Marcus! I feel like I'll be more than I should. I'll be happy married to a lonely Marcus! You don't truly cherish me and Keith's own daughter as such as I do here in Richmond. After our nuptials. A mindless puppet, never to laugh, never to cry. I wish to live my life under the sky. But our life is more insincere than lived as a master way. So much consideration thou hast given it, but worry not. Away thy trappings of loyalty, and I shall swirl thee in a gown of pure love. Never again will I part from thee. Pray, my love, therefore, be thy canary to keep forever in thy cage. Let us embark on the first ship tomorrow before dawn. How my foot is on my foot, I know. Sweetest joy and wildest joy. All I wish is be by my sweet Marcus's side.
I don't know if Marcus wants that.
Good time. Whiskey of Marcus. Yeah. Marcus, what news dost thou bring? This. Ah!
So the sun is our enemy too. The eastern sky grows bright. Will we not spread our wings as yonder birds in joyous flight?
Hark, Marcus, they cannot wait any longer. The ship departs.
She hath betrayed me. Nay, now would my love speak false. I must have faith.
I'm right here, baby.
Get ready for it.
I beseech thee,
It's
upon
got
pursuing my
magnets,
grudge,
right? You
my
say it right.
only wish. Bring my beloved baby
The conclusion that Squaresoft always wanted. Okay.
Well, that was something.
Cool. Baby Grail's all grown up.
Now we have a song.
How did you survive? Are we all on?
I think we're sorry, yeah.
Stand back here.
Oh, we're not.
I have to.
What?
It's a pretty good
You come do it if you want.
I can't do it.
Alone for a while, I've been searching through the dark for traces of the love you left inside my lonely heart. To weep by picking up the pieces that remain, melodies of life, lost refrain. Our paths they did cross, though I cannot say just why. We met, we laughed, we held on fast, and then we said goodbye. And who will hear the echo I still believe that you can call out my name. A voice from the past, joining yours and mine, adding up the layers of harmony. And so it goes on and on. Melodies of life to the sky beyond the flying birds, forever and beyond.
Yeah, I know.
But wait, there's more.
Guitar solo because you needed one.
So far and away, see the birds as it flies by, gliding through the shadows of the clouds up in the sky. I've laid my memories and dreams along those wings, leaving them out and see what tomorrow brings. In your dearest memories, do you remember loving me? Was it fate that brought us close and now leaves me behind? A voice from the past, joining yours and mine, adding up the layers of harmony. And so it goes on and on. Melodies of life to the sky beyond the flying birds, forever. And if I should leave this lonely world behind, your voice will still remember our melody. Now I know we'll carry on. Melodies of life come circle round and grow deep in our hearts, as long as we remember.
Nailed it.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching on the RPG Limit Break chat, I just want to thank you all for watching. So, there is one last traditional order of business when it comes to the end of a stream. And for that, I'm going to throw it over to Clear Tonic.
So that's it for RPG Limit Break 2017. Can we get one last round of applause from everybody in the room? Everyone at home who made this happen. This is a huge, huge undertaking. $110,366. Fantastic. And we have a rage target in mind.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, bring it up.
All right, guys. I really love memes, and you all do too. And here's a pretty solid meme that we've just enjoyed for the last 9.5 hours, sort of. The Tower, please go raid twitch.tv/Zetris, Zetris. He is playing Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. Go drown his chat until he can't see anything anymore. Thank you very much.
That's it for us. Wave goodbye, everybody. Bye. We'll see you next year.
はい、聞こえますでしょうか。はい、というわけで本家が終わりましたね。金額としては今の為替だといくらかな。そうですね、本家はこれで終わりましたね。で、まあじゃあね、まあ今の為替で言えば111円なんで、まあおよそ1200万ぐらいですか。1200万ぐらい、まあ集まった計算ですね。もうちょっとかな、1250万ぐらいですかね。1250万ぐらい、まあ今回の7日間のまあRPG リミットブレイクで集まったっていう計算にはなりますね。はい。本当自分がねメロディーオブライフの歌詞自分で弾き語りするようにテキストを用意してあったんですけど、もともとね出し忘れてたそれなんでね、ちょっとね歌詞出すの遅れました。はい。で、まあそうですね、カチカチまあなんか流すのあるかな。ジャパニーズリストリームの次回の配信についてですが、次回は SGDQ ですね。Summer Games Done Quick。こちら、日本時間で言うと、7月3日からですね。7月3日からいつだ、7月9日までのまた1週間ですね。1週間も、リストリームを行います。これはもう決定しております。はい。なので、次回の配信、まあ、ジャパニーズリストリームとしての配信は4月3日の、SGDQ の配信になります。それにあたってですね、現在、日本語版のゲームリストとか作成したり、あとはまた応募フォームを作成しております。なるべく今月末には作りたいとは思っております。でですね、それにあたって、解説者ですね、解説できる人とか、まあ、もしくは、特に早朝ですね、早朝とか、昼間、だいたい時間にしてね、今回の私が配信できた時間以外の時間ですね。私がだいたいまあ11時ぐらいからまあ3時あるいは4時ぐらいまでまあいられたんですけど、まあ、ちょっとそれ以外の時間ね、やっぱりいろいろちょっと今回 私一人で配信をしてトラブルがやっぱり出てきてしまったので、その辺をねちょっと改善するためにやっぱりその他の方のねご協力をお願いしたいかなと思っております。それなので、ミラー配信です。ミラー配信のみならずで解説者の聞き手ですね、聞き手となる方をね同時に募集をしたいと思います。なのでとりあえず今月末までにはできれば作りたいとは思っておりますので、できましたらジャパニーズリストリームのツイッターですね、ツイッターとかで告知などはしたいと思います。それなのでもしね、ゲームリストを日本語版今作っておりますが、それができて公開しますので、それを見てこれだったら解説できるなとかいうのがありましたら、ぜひね参加の方をしていただくと嬉しい限りです。今回みたいにね僕ゲーム知らないのが多くって解説できないので多かったんでね、ご協力をしてもらえると嬉しいかなと思います。はい。それではですね、今回の、RPG リミットブレイクの日本配信版をですね、これにて終了させていただきます。確かピアこれ流そうかな。入ってなかった。これですね。これでTwitter の URL ちょっと待ってくださいね。これですね。これをね終了の音楽にさせていただきたいと思います。で皆さんこれでね終了になりますので、7日間長い間ですがね、ご覧になっていただきましてありがとうございました。それでねあと RPG リミットブレイクのね本家の方もねお疲れ様でした。